We're going to be working on this shape called Metatron's cube. My version here is made out of dot art. So it's going to be based off the seed of life or the flower of life. We're going to draw the seed of life in the middle. Here the seeds are not present. We'll draw the seeds. Sometimes people will just mark the edges and leave the inside blank. And then there are 6 circles around it, and there's two more layers. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So it goes 2 circles beyond the starting circle. So to begin, we're going to need to make sure we adjust our compass to make sure our pen and our point are the same length. And we want to make sure that our compass can make 5 lengths before running out of paper. So I'm going to just estimate 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll run out of room. So I need to make it a bit smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll adjust it just a tiny bit more. So we're going to begin with 1 circle. And I'm going to line up my ruler so I can find the top position with either my point of my compass or my pen, because either way you'll make a marking there. So without adjusting your compass, you're going to put the point on the top of your circle. And as I said, some people will just draw a little marking because they don't want the seed in the middle. So they'll do something like that. We're going to draw the actual seed in the middle because I like it that way. And where the 2 arcs meet, we're going to put our compass in where the arc meets the circle. Repeat. Now we have another spot to go to. So you're going to go around 6 times. And wherever you left off will be where you position your point of your compass for the next curve or the next arc. A part of a circle is called an arc. So here's my seed of life pattern. And based off of this, we're going to draw some straight lines going through the seeds. So I'm going to line up my ruler. I'll find the top of the seed and the bottom. I think I'll use pen. And we're going to draw a straight line all the way through. Now, if I was doing artwork like the painting I showed you, I would use pencil because normally we erase a bit. I'm going to rotate it 1/6 of the way, so it'll be about 60 degrees. And I'm going to repeat that a couple more times. So this will prepare us for where we line up our compass for the next group of circles. So the compass is going to stay the same distance we started with. So you are not going to readjust your compass. It looks like my compass may have moved a tiny bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the pen on the very edge of the circle, and the pointy tip will go on the line itself that we drew. And you want to make it as accurate as possible. So a lot of times you might need to adjust and readjust, and the more careful, the more accurate your drawing will become. And then we're going to do that one more time because, as I had mentioned, you're going to make 2 circle lengths past the starting one. So I'm going to repeat that going all the way around. I'm going to do it a bit quickly, so it might not be perfectly accurate, but the purpose here is to demonstrate and not to make it perfect. I am much more careful with my circle drawings and use using my compass when I'm doing a piece of artwork. See, as you can see, I slightly made a mistake. Ideally, you want the circles exactly touching each other's edges. And again, that's one of the benefits of using a pencil. You can erase it if you've made a mistake. And it's worth erasing even if the mistake is tiny, because the more we're drawing, the more a little mistake matters. So this is our circle and our pattern for the flower of life. As I had mentioned, the last step is going to be to connect the center of each circle to the center of every other one. So again, I had mentioned in another video, the reason we have a pointy tip is so we can see the indentation. So we want to find the center. Here's the center, here's the center. So the point of your compass, let me readjust it to see. Because I could not see the center there. So my center is right there. So it's very important that we can see the marking and the indentation of your compass. So the final step is going to begin to use your ruler to connect the center. So I tend to take one circle and just start connecting it to the center of every other circle. So maybe it would be better if I used another color. I'm going to start with the bottom. And again, if you were using a pencil, you would erase this extra part. We really just want that center. So we're going to go straight up, and it goes through 1, 2, 3, 4 circles. I'm going to go through this circle here. I'm going to go through this circle here. And I'm going to go through this circle here. So you notice that when you go through this circle, it also goes through this one. And I'm going to repeat the same thing on the left side. From here to here, here to here, and from here to here. So now that I'm done the bottom, I'm simply going to rotate my paper and repeat that. I'm going to go to the right. I'll do this one next. So I'm just going counterclockwise. You can kind of swing your ruler, and when you see the center of a circle, you line it up. So as you begin to get more and more done, you notice when you get to the next circle, some of them are already completed. So I'll start on the left, connect these two, and go counterclockwise. And using this marker and this ruler tends to smudge. So one thing you can notice to make sure you've done each one correctly is after the center line, there's 2 to the right and 2 to the left. So here I have the center and then only 1, so I can begin to look. Okay, there is the last step. Oops, I missed one over here. So there's 1, 2, and 1. So I'm going to need to connect from here to here. So you can often see where there's a mistake because it doesn't look right. So there's something missing here. So again, there's the center 1, 2, center 1. Oh, I'm missing the other one. So this is a quick version of Metatron's cube, and hopefully it helps explain for you the simplicity of making this cool 3D shape.